Thank you, Governor. That was indeed a powerful speech. You and I share this passion on institutions. And I've written a paper, actually, that I think you should read on government intervention on cross-border M&As and their impact on regulatory institutions. It's a good paper. So I've already indicated that I was at least in some point in government, and most of you have seen my CV, and some of you know I was at the Takeover Regulation Panel. And one of the things that I've learned when I was there is that one must always, when they begin their speech, observe protocol. And that obviously, as you know, entails basically recognizing everyone in the room. I was also told that protocol in government is probably even more important than your actual speech. So I just want to say, with all protocol observed, Michael has done that job, welcoming everybody, the judges and everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm truly honored to be standing in front of you, talking to you in this institution. So my speech is very simple. In fact, it's almost like a vote of thanks. Zano, my successor at the panel, would say the speech is akin to a vote of thanks. Zano, I want to recognize you. And I know that job that you're doing at the panel is difficult. And I think you should spend some time with the governor on institution and institutional independence. I think this country needs you and people like you to drive our institutions forward. My short speech goes as follows. When I arrived at AFSA, I quickly realized that AFSA has indeed created the opportunity for itself to stand on the edge of unparalleled expansion and success. I'm honored to join AFSA at this moment in time, to have the opportunity to lead the team that has been tasked with carrying the vision of AFSA, which Michael has referred to very, very beautifully, to the next level. For almost 30 years now, the prolific advocates, lawyers, experts that are present in this room have been indeed the brains and the hands that have worked tirelessly to give AFSA the life and vision that AFSA represents today. I recognize the sheer hard work and commitment, a dedication that has built a formidable institution whose milestone create a firm foundation for the strategies that we seek to formulate and implement today. And some of you know that I'm incredibly dedicated to strategy. When I arrived at AFSA, in fact, I was delighted to see that we could indeed, as a collective, come together, formulate a strategy that will take this institution even further. But for AFSA's vision to go far, and for us to carry it further, I'm consciously aware that we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us. So I want to take this moment to thank Michael and the founding fathers for the work that they have done to bring this institution to where it is today. As us at AFSA, we believe that to operate at the global stage, which is the aim, we must first establish our footprint in the region and indeed on the continent. As some of you know, AFSA is ranked the best arbitration center in Africa. I have no doubt that we have the pedigree to continue in the same consistency. In fact, one of the things that Michael said to me when I first joined, we must always be number one. The moment we become number 2, you and I, we're going to have a discussion. Clearly there's a lot to be done, and I'm sure that most of you who deal with AFSA on a regular basis know that there's indeed a lot to be done. But I make one promise, just one promise that I ask you to hold me to. And that promise is our strategies will be inclusive, will be holistic, and will be driven by market demands. They'll become relevant to your needs as we take AFSA forward. As I'm standing here, I have a call, and this is the only one call that I'm going to make. And that call is to corporate South Africa. I call corporate South Africa to show its citizens that it has the responsibility to resolve its disputes privately and confidentially. The public, I believe, must be shielded from the acrimonious disputes between boards and executives that you see in the media today, between chairperson and CEO, between CEO and executives. I believe that there's a responsibility on corporate South Africa to equip its members in form of board members and company secretaries with skills and the foresight to use AFSA in making independent and confidential resolutions. It is my hope that corporate South Africa will have the wisdom and the understanding that corporate integrity could only be achieved through confidentiality. And as you know, that's what we offer here at AFSA. We have indeed a critical leadership role to play in bringing together the corporate world, various formulations of the legal fraternity, and other recognized professions, including government. We make a commitment to corporate South Africa and to the public in general that will facilitate knowledge development and solution building and create an environment that is welcoming and attractive for mediation and arbitration. With our partnership with the University of Pretoria, we shall continue to train and develop experts in this field to close a gap that we see. I would, of course, be remiss to relinquish this podium without extending a special word of thanks to the Governor. Thank you, Governor, for gracing this occasion. I hope that your presence here today signals to the world that arbitration and dispute resolution is a future in this country and indeed the continent. I would like to conclude by reiterating that I am honored to join AFSA and collaborate with such a dedicated and talented team. I look forward to building on AFSA's foundation, advancing its mission, creating long-term value for our stakeholders. Thank you.